Title of the first section today is Combining Like Terms. To combine like terms in math, like terms will have the same variable and same exponent, or they could also be numbers without variables. First problem is 2x plus 5x. When you have like terms, and again like terms are the same variable with the same exponent or no exponent shown, you can add those together. 2x plus 5x. The coefficients or numbers in front of the variables, will add those together. 2 plus 5 would be 7. And the like term, the variable x, would stay the same. So the answer would be 7x. 2x plus 5x is 7x. Second question is 7y plus 8 plus, in parentheses, a negative 3y. In this problem we have three numbers. Two of the numbers have like terms. Like terms again have the same variable with the same exponent. So in this case we can combine the y's together. We have 7y and a negative 3y. When we combine those, the coefficients or numbers we can combine. 7 minus 3 would be 4. The like term or variable stays the same, 4y. And the plus 8 would remain the same in our answer. Variables and numbers we cannot combine. They are not like terms. They do not have the same variable. So our final answer would be 4y plus 8. And the final question for this section is negative 9r plus 3rs plus, in parentheses, negative rs, and outside parentheses, plus 8. Looking for like terms in this example, again we have to have the same variable with the same exponents. R is different than rs. They have to be exactly the same to have the like terms. But rs is the same as this rs. So the two rs terms we can combine together. In this case, 3rs plus a negative rs. There is no coefficient shown in front of rs, but if you want to, you can put a 1 in front to make that negative 1rs. And we combine them, it'll be 3 minus 1, which will be 2. And the variables, again, stay exactly the same. Next, we have negative 9r and positive 8. These, again, cannot be combined. They do not have the same variable. Normally in math, the variables, again, would go first in our answer. So we'll have negative 9r, and the number without the variable we'll put at the end, plus 8. So our final answer, 2rs minus 9r plus 8. Title of the next section is Simplify Using Distributive Property. The distributive property is where we will distribute or multiply inside parentheses. The first problem is 2, and inside parentheses x plus 5, outside parentheses plus 3. To distribute, the 2 outside the parentheses will be multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. We will do 2 times the variable x and 2 times positive 5. If you multiply 2 times x, that would be 2x. And 2 times a positive 5 would be plus 10. And the plus 3 also comes down. After you distribute, you want to check to see if you can combine any like terms. 2x would stay the same. And the numbers 10 and 3, we can add those together to get our final answer, 2x plus 13. Second question, and last question for the section. Negative 6, and inside parentheses, x plus 2, and then minus 3. The number outside the parentheses, negative 6, again goes to the variable and also to the number. Negative 6 times x would be negative 6x. Negative 6 times a positive 2 would be negative or minus 12, and the minus 3 would stay the same. And again, to combine like terms, negative 6x would stay the same. Negative 12 minus 3 would be negative 15. When we have these same signs, we'll add the numbers and keep the sign the same, the negative. So our final answer would be negative 6 minus 15. Title of the last section today is Evaluating. Expressions. The directions or instructions for this problem is evaluate. When x equals 7 and y equals negative 2. First problem or first question is x plus 3y. To solve or simplify x plus 3y, we can use the values given in the directions above. In place of x, we'll put a 7, and plus 3y, instead of y, we'll put negative 2. It's a good idea to put negatives inside the parentheses to keep them separated from the other numbers. Again, when we have multiple operations like the previous sections, make sure always to follow PEMDAS. PEMDAS will do the parentheses first. The number inside the parentheses cannot be simplified further than exponents, and then we'll have multiplication and division. So we will multiply first, and addition and subtraction will be last. So 7 and positive 3 times a negative 2 would be negative 6. And for the answer 7 minus 6, final answer would be positive 1. Second question is 2x xy. Solving this, the 2 would stay the same. In place of x, again the directions say x is equal to 7. And in place of y, the directions are y equals -2. In this question, we are multiplying. Keep in mind when you multiply from left to right. So in this case, we'll multiply 2 times 7, which would be 14. And the final answer, 14 times -2, would be -28. When you multiply numbers, if you have one negative number, the answer will be negative. And last question for this section is 4, and in parentheses, x plus y. Again, the first step will be to plug in numbers for x and y. 4 would stay the same. In the directions, x is equal to 7, and y is equal to -2. Following the order of operations, we'll do parentheses first, and then multiply second. 4 would stay the same. 7 plus a -2 would be 5. And multiplying 4 times 5 would give us the answer of 20.